In the year 2013, the United Nations General Assembly held a high-level meeting to appraise the global plan of action, which led to member states adopting and designating the 30th day of July as a World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. The resolution declared that such a day was absolutely necessary to raise awareness of the situation of victims of human trafficking and also for the promotion and protection of their rights. Today, we will bring you sights and sounds of the agency's activities to mark the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons and its 15 years anniversary. It promises to be entertaining. This is NAPTIP on the Move, and I am Emanuela Okeke. Thank you for joining us.
As part of activities to mark the 2018 World Day Against Human Trafficking, as well as the 15th anniversary of the creation of NAPTIP, Muslims faithful in the agency, led by the Director, Legal and Prosecution, Abdurrahim Opotu Shaibu, were at the National Mosque, Abuja, for the Jumu'ah. After prayers, the delegation met with the Murshid of the mosque, Professor Shehu Galadanchi, and sensitized him about the new trends in human trafficking. Professor Shehu Galadanchi said the act is a crime against God and humanity and pledged to support NAPTIP to combat the scourge by sensitizing his congregation. Public enlightenment is a vital component for the agency in tackling the menace of human trafficking. The Music Assembly Against Human Trafficking, in collaboration with the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, organized a music concert in Abuja tagged "Say No to Second Slavery." Speaking at the event, the Director General of NAPTIP, Dame Julie Okah-donli, commended the event organizers and shed more light on human trafficking.
Our involvement with this show goes without saying. It's got to do with human trafficking. And as you know, NAPTIP is a federal government agency whose mandate it is to fight human trafficking, to prevent human trafficking, to prosecute traffickers, and to rescue victims of trafficking as well as rehabilitate them. You may ask, what is human trafficking? Human trafficking can be described or defined as an act of recruitment, transportation, harboring of human beings by means of threats, through force, abduction, or deceit, fraud, for the purpose of exploitation. Exploitation can be sexual exploitation, organ harvesting, domestic servitude, forced labor, forced marriages, and so on and so forth. It's very wide.
She also spoke on the age limit for domestic servitude.
Some people don't realize they're actually aiding and abetting human trafficking. If you have a child in your house that is under 12, you're already committing child trafficking, and NAPTIP will come after you because ignorance is not an excuse. A lot of us have house helps at home, and you pay the salaries to an agent. You do not pay an agent someone else's salary. A worker is worthy of his or her wages. And so if you have someone come to you and gives you a house help and tells you, please pay me the salary every month, it simply means this guy has gone to the rural communities, deceived the parents of these children, distributed these girls to the various homes, and is sitting down and waiting for the salary of this girl who is slaving for you every day. At the end of the year, this girl will tell you she's going home and she will never return, because what he does is to take her to another state and bring a fresh batch. Please do not encourage people like this. If anyone asks you to pay the salaries of your house helps, please call NAPTIP and we'll pick him up.
Popular music acts, Falls, and others were present to entertain guests. The event was very successful. St. Matthew's Anglican Church, Maitama, played host to the Thanksgiving ceremony to mark the 15-year anniversary of the agency and also celebrate the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. During the course of the service, the Director General of NAPTIP, Dame Julie Okah-donli, addressed the church.
We've been through so much risk by virtue of the job we have, arresting, prosecuting traffickers, and we want to give thanks to God. I realize that a lot of people don't even understand what human trafficking means. So we just thought that we'll use this opportunity whilst thanking God to at least educate brethren on what human trafficking is. Another issue I just want to point out quickly here is the issue of house helps. A lot of us have house helps that are below 12. That is an offense of child trafficking. Even when you have, and we're planning to raise it to 18 because 12 is even too young. A 12-year-old girl cannot even take care of herself, not to talk of your own children. And so when you have a house help that is below 18, you're expected to send her to school, the same school as your children, the same food as your children, the same clothes as your children. A lot of us are very, very evil to our house helps. You treat your house helps like slaves. You don't send them to school, you talk to them very badly, you treat them very badly. It should stop. When again, you get a house help through an agent, you must pay her salary to the house girl, not to an agent. If you're dealing with an agent, then it simply means that you're trafficking. Because what that means is this agent has gone to the communities to bring these girls and distributed them in different homes. And then at the end of the month, he's collecting her salary. You must pay the salary to your house help and not to an agent, because that is trafficking. And if you have any cases like that, please report to NAPTIP. Another thing again we want to talk about in church is the issue of illegal adoptions. A lot of people buy children. You don't need to buy children. There are legal ways of getting children. We found out that so many people go and buy children. They even deceive their husbands. Their husbands don't even know. They pretend to be pregnant for 9 months, then they go and buy the children and come to church to do Thanksgiving. If we catch you, we will arrest you. We've caught so many of them like that. The deceit is too much. You can adopt children legally. I want you all to support NAPTIP when it comes to reporting cases, because most of the time you report cases to the wrong people, and if you report cases to the wrong people, you will never get justice. NAPTIP also deals with cases of violence against persons, husband violence against the wife, violence from wife to husband, children, whatever, what have you. We deal with all cases, even rape and incest, so we can give you justice.
The vicar, Venerable Emmanuel Oludare Otoke, recounted true life stories of trafficked victims and advised parents to be more responsible. After the sermon, the Director General of NAPTIP led the staff members on a Thanksgiving procession. In a related development, staff of the Enugu State Zonal Command of NAPTIP, led by its commander, Comfort Agboko, were at St. John's Anglican Church, Ido River Layout, to sensitize the parishioners on the dangers of human trafficking. After the talk, she then presented some sensitization materials to the vicar, Reverend Chinedu Anyachukwu. NAPTIP partners with religious bodies in the fight against human trafficking. In 2013, the United Nations General Assembly adopted and designated the 30th of July as the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. To mark this day, management and staff of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, joined by a representative of the International Organization for Migration, Federal Road Safety Commission, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigerian Police Force, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Business and Professional Women Foundation, Network of Civil Society Organizations Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, Next to None and other relevant stakeholders embarked on a 10-kilometer walk to raise awareness on the issues of human trafficking. During the walk, flyers with information on human trafficking were handed out and there were intermittent moments of dance. The Director General, Dame Julie Okah-donli, sought the support of all Nigerians in the fight against human trafficking.
I urge every Nigerian to be very vigilant, be your brother's keeper. If you see something, say something. Human trafficking is real and it must be stopped. So please join NAPTIP in the fight against human trafficking. Child trafficking, sexual trafficking, exploitation, organ harvesting. These are all forms of trafficking. Forced labor, domestic labor. If you see something, please say something. Stop human trafficking.
Members of the Network of Civil Society Organizations Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, NAPTIP, also shed light on the importance of the awareness campaign.
Issue of human trafficking, as we all know, is a global issue. And in Nigeria, we are in the three aspects of it: destination, transit, and source as well. Therefore, this week is very, very important. I can say it is a triangular one. They have the NAPTIP, which is the government, they have the civil society, which is one hand, and also they have other partners, development partners, funders, and the likes on another leg. Bringing hands together to ensure that we bring this to the fore of the public, because a lot of people are not still aware of the menace, of the problem, of the issues, of the exploitation going on internally and externally. That is the reason why this week is very, very, very germane and very, very important. And as NAPTIP, we see this as a very strong thing that we need to collaborate with NAPTIP to achieve, to ensure that people are aware about it, we prevent it before it starts, and then also we help the victim of trafficking. That's the reason why some of our members provide shelter, some are specialists in the area of awareness creation, some are specialists in the area of research, in the area of capacity building, and different other things, working on all areas of the country with different partners. So it is very, very important that we all put hands together to ensure that we prevent this issue of human trafficking.
You will recall that Whatclef legislative advocacy led to the establishment of NAPTIP. Whatclef is NAPTIP partner. We collaborate in rehabilitating victims. So our role this morning is to raise our awareness on the situations of victims of human trafficking. We must promote, protect the rights and welfare of victims of human trafficking. All hands must be on deck to stop the scourge of human trafficking.
In Enugu, staff of the Zonal Command and some relevant stakeholders also went on a road walk around the metropolis to sensitize the populace. The Lagos Zonal Command was also not left out, as members of staff, joined by other stakeholders, hit the streets of Lagos on a sensitization walk. Staff of the Sokoto State Zonal Command also took to the streets to sensitize the populace. Speaking on the purpose of the walk, the Sokoto State Zonal Commander, Hassan Hamisu Tahir, commended all the stakeholders present.
As you might be aware, today is a special day set aside by the United Nations to mark, observe, and celebrate World Day Against Human Trafficking. As we all know, human trafficking is a scourge that needs to be nipped in the bud. On our own part, as a focal and coordinating agency, that is NAPTIP, we are doing our best to ensure that human trafficking is completely nipped in the bud.
The Edo Zonal Command held a series of activities involving students, youth corps members, NGOs, and a walk against human trafficking. In continuation of the activities to mark the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, a press conference was held at the headquarters of the agency in Abuja. The Director General of NAPTIP, Dame Julie Okah-donli, highlighted the achievements of the agency.
We are here today to share with you our twofold celebration. The first is the stock-taking aspect as part of the activities lined up for the 15th year anniversary and my 1 year in office since the creation of NAPTIP, while the second lap of the celebration is to mark the 2018 World Day Against Human Trafficking. As a foremost counter-trafficking agency created by the government of Nigeria, NAPTIP has impressively created the desired awareness on issues of human trafficking through sustained enlightenment programs across the country. The agency has also taken practicable steps to enhance the protection of victims of human trafficking, especially those at the various transit shelters of the agency across the country. Creation of 9 zonal commands located in Lagos, Benin, Enugu, Uyo, Sokoto, Kano, Maiduguri, Makurdi, and Osogbo. The agency also has a liaison office in Port Harcourt, Yobe, and Gombe. Mainstreaming of trafficking in persons issues into the basic and secondary school curriculum as part of the counter-trafficking strategies of the agency. Introduction of the whistleblowing policy of the present administration as a means of getting information to combating human trafficking. Creation of a rapid response squad to enhance prompt response to issues of human trafficking. Rebranding of the agency. Training and retraining of officers of the agency, thereby boosting their morale and skills, acquisition of operational vehicles, joint operations with other sister law enforcement agencies, especially in the ongoing evacuation of stranded Nigerians within the African sub-region and other parts of the world. Joint operations with the UK National Crime Agency under the platform of the Joint Border Task Force, conviction of a total of 43 persons for various human trafficking offences during the course of this year, thereby bringing the total number of conviction to 355 since inception. Expansion of the partnership base of the agency, thereby enhancing bilateral cooperation with various partners within and outside the country. It is heartwarming and fulfilling for me to announce the debut of NAPTIP application, commonly called NAPTIP iReport app, initiated and designed by the present administration. The development of the platform was informed by the dire need to scale up the visibility of the agency, enhance seamless and prompt reportage of issues relating to human trafficking, as well as increased mutual participation and interaction of the general public in human trafficking matters. With this impressive development, NAPTIP is just a click away from you. We have resolved to put our hands on the plow to ensure the protection of Nigerians from the clutches of human traffickers. We shall not look back. We shall not be deterred by any infraction around us. Our focus is clear. Our resolve is total. Our commitment in NAPTIP is firm, and morale is high to make Nigeria a human trafficking-free nation.
The head of NAPTIP National Monitoring Center, Titus Mangza, made a presentation on the iReport app, a new innovation introduced by the agency for quick reporting.
So you have to give us detailed information of exact place where you are.
Sure.
Even if you don't give us, the system will tell us exactly where you are. This is a report that we sent from the agency. So it now immediately put the coordinate. These are the coordinates there. You can see 9 degrees, everything. Those of us that did geography, you will see it there. And then basically it will tell us exactly where you're reporting from. So it will give at least an estimate of area, maybe to about 100 square meters of the area where you're reporting from. So we'll be able to know the exact spot you're reporting from. Then to give us, you can upload pictures. Maybe there's a light, you can upload video. If there's an event you don't want, you can stay discreetly in a place and show this is a video that we uploaded. You can see it's showing us airport. It was reported from airport, acquired from airport, headquarters Uyo, from government house. It shows us the longitude and latitude, the exact place. And it gives us the incident report, everything, and the picture is there. So from there we can print it out and then send to the appropriate department to handle the case. If it's a rescue, we can do. If it's intelligence for us to do more intelligence gathering, we'll do that. So basically that is how that is the operation of the NAPTIP app. Thank you very much.
The press conference was very interactive as questions bordering on current trafficking trends, operations and activities of the agency were duly addressed by the Director General.
Human trafficking is one of the worst crimes on earth. It is a grave violation of your human rights. The victims of human trafficking are majorly women, youths, children and men who may never live to tell the story. These victims could be your wife, daughter, mother, sister, brother, child or relative. No one deserves to be trafficked. NAPTIP has intensified its effort against this heinous crime. But we need your support. We need you to join this fight. Government officials, corporate organizations, traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the organized private sector have enlisted in this fight. What are you waiting for? Join NAPTIP to end this global moral epidemic now.
Report cases of human trafficking to these NAPTIP hotlines: 0703 00 203, 080 02 255 627847. NAPTIP, empowered to protect you.
The Enugu State Zonal Command of NAPTIP recovered a boy of about 2 years old from his buyer in Obosi, Anambra State. We have to break protocol to reveal his face, as we plead with all well-meaning Nigerians and anyone who can identify him to please inform his parents and relations to visit the NAPTIP Zonal Command in Enugu State with relevant documents and medical records for identification and reunion. Please be informed that all documents will be scrutinized and further medical tests carried out to ascertain claims. If anyone has a lead, please call 0708 060 1803, 0708 060 1803.
This is to inform the general public that Perebi Nicole Otubo, a notorious human trafficker, is wanted by NAPTIP. Anyone with useful information on her whereabouts should contact the agency on this toll-free number 0703 000203 or 0800 225 5627 847. You can email info@naptip.gov.ng. NAPTIP, empowered to protect you. For more enquiries and support or to report cases of suspected human trafficking and child abuse, please call NAPTIP hotlines on 0703 000203 or 0800 2255 627847 or email info@naptip.gov.ng. Visit our website www.naptip.gov.ng. Follow us on our social media platforms at NAPTIP Nigeria and watch our videos on YouTube.
Hope you enjoyed our package. Join us again next week for another edition of NAPTIP on the Move. Till then, do your part by reporting suspected cases of human trafficking, child abuse and violence against persons. The iReport app is absolutely free and it is available. We can't wait to hear from you. Bye for now. I am Emanuela Okeke. Thank you for watching.